It is a rematch of the Big Ten championship game from last season, and the first time these two teams have met since October 3rd, 1964. It's the Oregon Ducks, it's the Penn State Nittany Lions, as the Nittany Lions look to take the field in front of their ruckus hometown fans. From West Shore Field at Beaver Stadium, it is time for football. The first time these two teams have met during the regular season as Big Ten rivals. Oregon won a neutral site game in the Big Ten championship game last year to be crowned the Big Ten champs their first year in the conference. And now they travel to Beaver Stadium for the first time as we are underway. And the Oregon Ducks will start at the 18-yard line as Whittington gets upended to start the day. 106,572 and plus here at Beaver Stadium for this matchup. First down, Oregon, led by quarterback Dante Moore. Fake it to Hughes on first down, and to the far side of the field. It is hauled in for a first down to Gilbert Garcia, the senior receiver. Good start for Oregon and a first down to the 29. Gain of 11 to start the day. First down at the 29-yard line. Fake it to Hughes again. Over the middle, pass is hauled in. DeCorian Moore makes the catch. Dante Moore to DeCorian Moore for another first down to the 47-yard line, and a couple of good strikes from the sophomore quarterback. First down, Oregon, empty backfield this time here for Dante Moore. Four-man rush with time, dumps it off underneath. That's Garcia, makes the catch, and then gets stood up going backwards. First guy to hit him was Elliott Washington. Second down and 10 on the way. All pass plays to this point for Oregon to start the game. And we'll get another one. Moore over the middle, pass is caught. Malik Benson, the transfer from Florida State, makes the catch about a yard shy of the first down. And it's third down and 1 at the 45. Third down and 1, 45-yard line. It's a long one. They give it to Hughes, and he gets denied. Laying his shoulder in was DeJuan Lane. It's fourth down, and after a couple first downs, Oregon forced to punt on their opening drive. Nope, they're going to go for it. The Oregon mentality, fourth down and 4, opening drive for the Ducks. Moore to Garcia. He's got enough, and more as he fights his way near the 30-yard line. Already the third catch for Gilbert Garcia, and he gets a first down to the 30-yard line, and Oregon aggressive to start the day, a fourth down conversion. First down at the 30-yard line. Now they give it to Hughes for the first time, and he gains a couple yards before he's brought down on the play by Elliott Washington. Gain of 3 on the first handoff for Hughes. Back to the rooftops here at Beaver Stadium per usual. One of the loudest stadiums in the country. Second down and 7. Opening drive continues here for the Ducks. Hughes running right side this time. Spins his way free. Spins again and gets down near the 10-yard line. What a run there by Mackie Hughes. And Oregon is knocking on the door into the red zone on their opening drive. Double spin move. Spin once, spin twice. And a first down at the 11-yard line. Empty backfield here for the Ducks. Moore looking over the middle, caught and hit right away is Malik Benson. Elliott Washington was on his hip, gain of 4 to the transfer from Florida State. Big shoes to fill this year for Malik Benson at the receiver spot. Second down and 6 at the 7-yard line. Moore fires over the middle. Benson for the touchdown. What a start for the Ducks. They march the field and strike first here on the road in Beaver Stadium. We just talked about it. Good catch by Benson on a throw that was a little behind him. Big shoes to fill at the number 1 receiver spot for the Ducks. After the last couple seasons with Troy Franklin going to the NFL, and Tez Johnson as well. But Oregon goes down the field and strikes on their opening drive. The sophomore quarterback Dante Moore leads the way on a 10-play, 82-yard drive that took nearly 6 minutes off the clock to start this game. And Penn State will begin behind here at home today. So now Penn State will get a chance to respond. As back deep is Nick Singleton from the 1-yard line. Singleton spinning his way out across the 20-yard line. And that is where the Penn State offense will begin, led out by senior quarterback Drew Aller. A lot of experience on this offense as you take a look at the rush hour between these two running backs today. A lot of experience on this Penn State roster, a lot of returns, a lot of seniors. Play action and a great block by Singleton on the run. Aller throws incomplete. Looking for Liam Clifford downfield, and it's second down. Good pass rush there on the first play defensively for Oregon. And a good pickup by Singleton to save his quarterback from getting hit. Second down and 10, and a quick throw. Pass is caught by the tight end, Luke Reynolds, who rumbles his way to the 40. And the first down of the game for Penn State belongs to their quarterback, their tight end, Luke Reynolds. And he gets a first down. Tackled down by Dylan Theneman. First down at the 40. Aller keeps it, running off the right side, got a great block out in front, and then slides down after 3 yards. Bryce Betcher got laid out. Not an easy thing to do against him. It's a pickup of 3 on first down. Empty backfield here for Aller on second down. A pump fake and a throw. Wide open is Trevor Pena, who gets turned back. Big hit delivered. Third down and 2 on the way. Third down and 2. Aller from the shotgun. Already over halfway through this opening quarter. Fake it to Singleton. Aller has time and fires over the middle, incomplete. Bryce Betcher, the defense on Devontae Ross, the senior receiver, and Penn State has a fourth down near midfield. Oregon went for it on a fourth down near midfield on their opening drive, but Penn State will not. Riley Thompson on to punt it away, back deep for Oregon. Malik Benson, a touchdown scorer, but he will not get an opportunity as the punt takes him out of bounds. At the 11-yard line is where Oregon will begin. Dante Moore from the shotgun in an empty backfield. Moore underneath, pass caught. Kenyon Sadiq, the tight end, who had an excellent game in that Big Ten championship game against these Nittany Lions down in Indianapolis. Looking for a breakout year for the junior tight end. Already kind of had a breakout year at the back half of last season. 2nd down and 2. Again, empty backfield here for the sophomore quarterback, Dante Moore. Moore with the pocket collapsing, drugged down. Zane Durant gets home for the game's first sack, and it's 3rd down for the Ducks. The defensive tackle comes right up the middle, jumped over a player that fell on the ground, and Moore tried to escape, but he could not. And now a 3rd down, Oregon looking to avoid going 3 and out. Trip set to the right side on 3rd down and 3. Moore stands in, pressured again, and sacked for the 2nd time. Back-to-back sacks. That time it's Danny Dennis Sutton. And the Penn State defense forces a 3 and out. Oh, look at that swat. Just knocked him down to the ground. Back-to-back sacks for the Nittany Lions defense. And Oregon will punt it away. Ross James set to punt. Back deep, Zion Tracy for Penn State. Fair catch called for and taken in at the 44-yard line. So 1st down, Penn State. Picked up 1 first down and then were forced to punt their last time. Tossed it to the outside. Katron Allen gets brought down in the backfield. Nowhere to run and a loss of 2 on 1st down. That quiets this crowd for a moment. Empty backfield now here for Aller. Now Singleton comes back into the backfield. Extra man on the blitz, swinging out. This is Singleton, tried to spin his way free, and he could not. Big hit delivered by Ife Odegwu. And it's 3rd down and long after a loss of 1. 3rd down and 13 on the way. Third down and long, need to get to the Oregon 46. Aller over the middle, caught short of the 1st down and turned it back is Luke Reynolds. Couldn't get the distance, he gained 9. It's 4th down and Penn State right at midfield will punt it away again. Riley Thompson on to punt it away for the 2nd time in 2 drives. Back deep, Malik Benson out of bounds again. And we have an injured Duck. It's Jerry Mixon. First down, Oregon leading 7-0. Drive number 3. Handed off to Hughes to start the drive. Has a big hole on the right side. And he gets a good pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. 4 carries for already 26 yards for Mackie Hughes. Tackle made by A.J. Harris. Trip set to the left here on 2nd and short. Pull it out and screening it out to Malik Benson, who picks up a 1st down inside the 30-yard line. Good play. It was an RPO-style screen. And Moore completes it to Benson for a 1st down to the 32. First down, it's Hughes. Cuts it back to the middle. And a good run by Hughes right up the gut. And a 1st down out across the 40-yard line to the 43. And Mackie Hughes off to a good start. 5 carries, 37 yards. First down, Ducks. Under a minute to go in the opening quarter. Here's Hughes. Makes a man miss. Trying to spin his way free again, and he gets drugged down at the line of scrimmage by A.J. Harris, who comes up to make the tackle. 2nd and 10. Second down and 10, possibly the final play of the quarter here. Moore stands in the pocket, breaking down again, and he throws it away. Third down coming up with 12 seconds to go in the quarter. Breathing down his neck was Zane Durant for Penn State. Now third down. Need to get to the 47-yard line at Penn State. Moore stands in, fires downfield, and on the sideline it's hauled in by Malik Benson. First down out across the Penn State 40. And Malik Benson's all over the place in this opening quarter. 5 catches, 43 yards. And that will take us to the end of a very fast opening quarter of play from Beaver Stadium. The Ducks with a 7-0 lead on the road, and they have the football on the move into Penn State territory to start the second. We welcome you back to Beaver Stadium. 97 passing yards for Dante Moore in that opening quarter. 31 rushing yards for Mackie Hughes. 10:46 time of possession for the Ducks. 4:14 for Penn State. And still on the move, Oregon. Here's a screen outside to Garcia, and he gets a yard shy of the first down. 107 yards and a touchdown pass in this first half for Moore already after that first play of the second. And now they're in field goal range as well for Atticus Sappington. Second down and inches, designed rollout, dump off to Hughes, good tackle. Tony Rojas. Third down and 1 on the way. Loss of half a yard on that little dump off on the bootleg. Third down and 1. Here comes the crowd. Moore keeps it, fooled the guy initially, and then what a tackle at the line to gain. A.J. Harris tackles Moore short. It's fourth down, and Oregon looks to keep their offense out there again, and now Penn State's going to call a timeout to try to set up for this fourth down. And now Oregon, after initially looking like they were going to go for it, going to settle for 3 here. Atticus Sappington drives it right through. And Oregon with a 10-0 lead here on the road at Beaver Stadium. Good start for the Ducks here in the first half. So now Penn State got some work to do, trailing by 2 possessions as Oregon sends it back to the Nittany Lions. Here's Singleton. Spins his way free initially and then brought down at the 22. So here comes Drew Aller and company with an empty backfield, trailing 10-0 here at home. Design quarterback run. Drew Aller up the middle, takes a hit from Betcher, and he's brought down after a gain of 4. So Penn State looking to do something here on this drive. Haven't really done a whole lot. They picked up a couple first downs, but they have punted away on each of their possessions to this point. Dual running backs in the backfield. Aller swings it to the near side, and he is swarmed down the outside. Loss of 2 on the play. Theron Johnson comes up to make the tackle, and it's third down. Penn State looking to avoid going 3 and out. Need to get to the 32-yard line. Third down and 8. Aller. Good protection over the middle, caught by Clifford, and he's got a first down. Look at that sling job by Drew Aller. Had all day in the world. Finally finds his senior receiver, Liam Clifford, for a first down to the 34. Fake it to Singleton. Good pickup on that block. Down the seam. He's got a man. It's Clifford. Inside the 20-yard line. And a big play for Penn State. And now an injury for Oregon as Bear Alexander is down on one knee. But a huge play for the Nittany Lions, their biggest of the game. And now they are into the red zone. First down at the 18. First down, Singleton to the right side. Turns it upfield, takes it inside the 15 after a gain of 4. Deepest Penn State has been into Oregon territory by far. Furthest they've got before this is the Oregon 49. 2nd and 6, fake it to Singleton. Aller stands in underneath, caught, and near the pylon, he hit it, and he's just short. They say he stepped out of bounds. Luke Reynolds sets up first down and goal inside the 1-yard line. They mark it right at the 1-yard line, first down and goal. Singleton got a great block out in front, but he's still brought down behind the line of scrimmage. Bryce Betcher disrupts the play in the backfield. Second and goal, empty backfield here for Drew Aller. Now Singleton comes back into the backfield. Aller going to run it, and he gets stood up right away. Nowhere to run. Jerry Mixon brings him down. Third down and goal at the 5. Penn State had it first down and goal at the 1-yard line. They've been going backwards. Now back to the 5 for third down and goal. Aller looking around, fires over the middle into traffic, incomplete. He was looking for Devontae Ross. There were a lot of bodies in there. Clifford was also in the vicinity. Fourth down at the 5-yard line. And Penn State's going to settle for 3 here. Good stand down near the goal line by that Oregon defense. And Ryan Barker has got it. Oregon defense holds them to 3 after they had first and goal at the 1-yard line. But Penn State on the board for the first time here this afternoon. And it's a 7-point game at 10-3. Noah Whittington back deep for Oregon, going to bring it out of the end zone, and he's wrapped up shy of the 15. So first down, Oregon, 7-point lead for the Ducks. Started off with Hughes, who gets swarmed to the backfield as he tried to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage, and he could not get there. Brought down by Danny Dennis Sutton for a loss of 1. Second down and 11 at the 11. Design rollout out to the right, and Moore ran right into the blitz and goes down. DeJuan Lane on the safety blitz. And it's third down back inside their own 5. Didn't get the block he needed on the edge by Jamari Johnson, the backup tight end, a sophomore. And it's third down and 19, back inside their own 5. Got to be careful here for Oregon. Might just try to get some more room for a punt. Moore from his own end zone got hit as he threw, and it's off the hands of the receiver, Justice Lowe. It's fourth down, and Oregon will have to punt it out of their own end zone. And this Penn State crowd back to life as their defense forces a big 3 and out. Now they should start in pretty good field position, but Oregon has to make sure they get this punt off. Does get it away. And Penn State will start on the plus side of the 50. At the 46-yard line is where Penn State will begin. Touchdown can tie it as we're just over halfway through this second quarter. Quick throw to a wide open receiver on the outside. It's Trevor Pena who takes a shoulder at the end of the play by Kingston Lopa. And he gains 7 on first down. Ife Obedegwu was there as well for Oregon. Second down. Empty backfield here for Aller. A pump fake. Aller steps up, dumps it off wide open. Luke Reynolds inside the 25 before he's brought down. And Penn State is on the move just outside the red zone. Just a little flip forward on the run from Drew Aller. And a first down to the 22-yard line. Here's Singleton right up the middle, shouldering his way forward in a strong 5 yards as he drove through Bryce Betcher. Empty the backfield again. They have 4 receivers on the right side. Diamond formation. Aller with time over the middle, and it is hauled in. That's Trevor Pena to set up first and goal, just outside the 5. So first down and goal at the 6-yard line. Last time Penn State had goal to go, they were held out of the end zone. See if they can cash in here. It's Singleton. Trying to find somewhere to go and to circle back, and then he gets knocked down. Orlando Burks brings him down back at the 7-yard line at a loss of 1. Second and goal back at the 7-yard line now. Singleton again. Trying to run left side, and he gets brought down. Combination of Betcher and Odebegwu. Third down and goal. Still at the 7-yard line, third down and goal. Singleton again, up the middle, jogged down by Betcher. At the 3-yard line, it's fourth down. Interesting play call there for Penn State, as Singleton tried to muster his way through. It's fourth down, and Oregon has 1 down, more to cover. Fourth down and goal at the 3-yard line. Extra man on the blitz. Aller under pressure, and he goes down. Tuioti comes from the blind side, and Oregon with another goal line stand as Penn State turns it over on downs. Tuioti came in untouched around the edge, and Aller had no chance on fourth down. And they give it back to the Ducks inside the 10-yard line. Just over 2 minutes to play here in the first half. Moore underneath the Sadiq, who gets brought down right away. Very minimal gain as Tony Rojas is there to make the tackle, and it's just 1. Second down and 9. They do not have to snap this, but they do. Moore to the near side of the field, caught and out of bounds very quickly is Mackie Hughes, and we hit the 2-minute warning here in the first half. Opposite side of the 2-minute warning, it's a third down and 6 here for Oregon. Back at their own 10. Extra man on the blitz. Moore, far side, and he's got a wide open receiver. DeCorian Moore to the 31, and a big first down for Oregon. That's a long throw that Dante Moore had to convert with, and he does. To DeCorian Moore, the freshman receiver, for a first down to the 31. Minute 56 to go. Moore to the far side again. This one is Sadiq. And he gets brought down after a gain of 8, just shy of the 40-yard line, as the clock ticks down to a minute 45 and counting. Oregon with all 3 timeouts. Penn State has 2 remaining here in the first half. They hand it off to Hughes on 2nd and short, and he gains maybe a yard, setting up 3rd down. 3rd down and 1 on the way here for Oregon, as the clock ticks down near a minute remaining. Third down and 1 from the 41. Moore keeps it and gets stuffed behind the line. First guy there, Zane Duran. 4th down, and Penn State forces a punt. They call their 2nd timeout with a minute 05 to go. Ross James on to put it away. Back deep, Zion Tracy here for the Nittany Lions from the 19. Tracy gets stood up. 57 seconds to work with for Penn State. Down by 7 here before the half. They hand it off. Singleton around the edge. Takes it out of bounds inside the 30. Gain of 5 on first down. Clock stops with 53 seconds to go. Dual running back set in the backfield. Aller dumps it off, and it's dropped. So 3rd down now on the way. 51 seconds to go. Clock stops. Empty backfield here for Aller. 3rd down and 5. All receivers out. Extra man coming, and he slings it over the middle to Clifford. First down to the 49, and Penn State will use their final timeout right here with 45 seconds to go. Got about 11 or 12 more yards for a realistic field goal try. Here's Singleton, who spins away and then gets brought down at the line of scrimmage by Mateo Uyunglele. Clock ticks down under 30 seconds to go. Empty backfield for Aller. Quick snap. Aller stands in with time. All day to throw. Now it breaks down. He gets hit as he throws, and it goes out of bounds, incomplete. "14 seconds to go, 3rd down. Again, empty backfield, trips receivers to the right side. 14 seconds to play. Aller underneath, caught, and he gets a first down to Pena, but the clock is still winding. Clock will stop briefly to reset the chains. See how aggressive Penn State wants to be here. They're on the edge of field goal range. There goes the clock. Penn State still not up on the ball. And they're going to try to get the field goal team out there, but they run out of time. Not very efficient there at the end of the half. Oregon takes a 7-point lead into the locker room. It's 10-3 here at Beaver Stadium. It's the start of the second half here at Beaver Stadium. 10-3, Oregon has the lead in what has been, for the most part, a defensive battle. as Penn State will start with the football, trailing by 7. From inside the 5, it's Singleton as he spins his way out across the 20-yard line. So first down for the Nittany Lions. They've had some offensive success in this game. They just haven't been able to finish drives. See what they can do here to start the second half. Not a good start. Brought down in the backfield by Orlando Burks, and a sack for Oregon to start the second half. Orlando Burks flew in like a missile. And a loss of 8 to start the second half for Penn State's offense. Second down and 18 at the 13. It's Singleton trying to find somewhere to go, and he just has nowhere. Dylan Feineman brings him down. Gain of just 1 on third down. It's 17 yards for the first. So not the situation Penn State wanted to find themselves in to start the second half. Third down at 17, back at the 15. Need to get to the 32-yard line to keep the drive alive. Aller pressured again and sacked. First sack of the game for Uiagalelei.
Number 95 on to kick it away.
From his own end zone, he punts it away. Oregon should start in pretty good field position as Benson fair catches it up at the 46-yard line. So already in plus territory to start the drive for the Ducks. Empty backfield here for Moore. And Moore dumps it off to the near side, caught by Hughes, and he gets brought down immediately after a gain of 3 by Zachy Wheatley. Trip set to the right side on second down. Here's Hughes trying to find some space, and he gets up to the 40-yard line. Tackled down by Elliott Washington. Third down coming up. On the edge of field goal range right here for Oregon, for Sappington. Third down and 5 at the 41. Screen to the outside. Room to work with for Benson, and he gets stood up and then turned backwards. Tony Rojas finishes the job, fourth down, and now we'll see what Oregon wants to do here. And they're going to kick the long field goal with Sappington, trying to make it a 10-point game. From the right hash, Sappington. He's got it. Sappington puts it in, his second field goal of the game, and it's a 10-point Oregon lead, 13-3 to start the second half. So Oregon sends it back the other way, 10-point lead for the Ducks. And the return brings him out shy of the 20-yard line. First down, Penn State, starting at the 18-yard line. With 3 and out, their first drive of the second half. To throw Aller. To the far side of the field, pass is caught. Luke Reynolds out of bounds after a gain of 6. Second and 4, screen to Reynolds on this side of the field that time, and he's got a first down out across the 35-yard line. Penn State trying to put a drive together here. They've gotten down deep into Oregon territory a couple times in this game. Just haven't been able to finish. They had first and goal at the 1-yard line at one point, now but scored a touchdown. Here's Pena with some open space, and he's brought down a couple of yards shy of the first down. Gain of 8 for number 8. Tackle on the play by Kingston Lopa. Gain of 8 on first down brings up a second down and 2 here for the Nittany Lions. Aller over the middle and hauled in by Luke Reynolds for another first down. Third catch on the drive for Reynolds, and he takes it into Oregon territory to the 48. First down, just across the 50-yard line. Singleton is brought down right at the 50-yard line, behind the line of scrimmage. Kingston Lopa puts his shoulder into him. And it's second down and long here for Penn State. Second and long, Aller with an extra man coming. Fires over the middle, complete to Reynolds. His 4th catch of the drive. Sets up a more manageable third down situation here. Aller with 202 yards passing the football. As we are now over the halfway point of this third quarter, third down and 6. 4-man rush by the Ducks, and that one is dropped by Reynolds. A little behind him on the throw. But Reynolds would say that that's one that he should have. And a drop on third down brings up 4th down. And now decision time here for the Nittany Lions at the 44, and they're going to punt it away. Riley Thompson on to punt it away. Back deep is Malik Benson, who will have no chance at this one. Bad punt. The 39-yard line is, or excuse me, at the 29-yard line is where Oregon will begin. First down, it's Hughes. Tried to burst through the middle, and a good tackle before he could get going by Amari Campbell. Gain of 5 on first down for Hughes. Second down and 5 at the 34. Quick throw, Sadiq. Good catch on the throw that was behind him, but that might have cost him a couple yards. Brought down on the play by Tony Rojas. Third down and 1 after the completion of the tight end. Kenyon Sadiq has been relatively quiet in this game after having a big Big Ten championship game against the Nittany Lions. Third down and 1. It's Hughes, and he's got enough as he drives his way inside the 40. 11 carries for 50 yards for Mackie Hughes, and he converts on third down and 1 here. First down at the 42-yard line. Swing it out to Hughes. And a good open field tackle by DeJuan Lane, gain of 3. Oregon approaching midfield here, second down and 7 at the 45. Hughes again, right side, spins his way off of 1 tackle and then quickly brought down after that. Danny Dennis Sutton, the tackle. Third down coming up. Third down and 4 on the way. Need to get to the Penn State 48. Third down. Hughes again, cuts it back and brought down short. Another tackle for Tony Rojas, and Hughes is slow to get up. It's fourth down for the Ducks, and a big defensive stop there for Penn State. Ross James on the punt. Again, back deep, Zion Tracy. over his head and into the end zone for a touchback. So Penn State will start this drive at the 20. Down by 10, the Nittany Lions. Here's a screen underneath. That's Devontae Ross, who gets turned back after he gets across the 25. Seven-yard pickup on first down, brings up 2nd and 3. .320 to go in the third. It's Singleton. Running off the left side, and he has nowhere to go. Loss of a yard on the play. Brought down by Ife Obedegwu. Third down. On third down, a quick hitter to Singleton, who has room to run as he spins his way out of bounds out across the 35. Big conversion there for Penn State as Singleton picks up the first down. First down at the 36-yard line. Here's Singleton, cuts it back. And he gets quickly brought down by Bryce Betcher after a gain of 5. Penn State has had a pretty good day on offense. If you look at the stat sheet, scoreboard-wise, they just can't finish drives. They've had a goal to go multiple times in this game without getting into the end zone, including a fourth down that they failed to convert. Off the play fake, a little floater to Clifford, who makes the catch. And a first down to the 45-yard line. Dylan Thynum in the coverage and the tackle. And Penn State converts a first down there. As we have an injured Duck, it's Aiden Breland. Empty backfield here for Aller on first down. Aller over the middle, wide open. Pena to the 30-yard line. And Penn State's on the move as they take it into field goal range. First down at the 30. Aller with time. Over the middle towards the end zone. It's caught. Touchdown. Trevor Pena. What a strike from Drew Aller, and Trevor Pena scores the first touchdown of the game for the Nittany Lions. In the final moments of the third, Penn State right back in business. What a strike by Aller. Penn State finally cashes in. And we've got ourselves a ball game here at Beaver Stadium. Extra point to make it a 3-point game. And it's through. 13-10. 7 plays, 81 yards. And Penn State finally gets into the end zone with 42 seconds to go in the third. So now we get to see how Oregon responds. 42 seconds to go in the quarter as Whittington from the goal line brings it out shy of the 20-yard line. So here comes Oregon back out onto the field. Their lead has been trimmed to 3. Dante Moore and company starting at the 17. Moore keeps it, running left side, and a good pickup on first down of about 7. Final seconds of the quarter. They do not have to snap this on second down, and they will not. They take it to the fourth quarter where we should have a tremendous finish. 13-10. Oregon on top here at Beaver Stadium. And this Big Ten rivalry, the new edition of this Big Ten rivalry. First time they're playing in the regular season in a long time. October of 1964 to be exact. Big play down the sideline there to Justice Lowe and a first down to the 48-yard line. Good start to the fourth quarter for the Ducks, and a little screen to the outside. First down at the 48. Here's Hughes trying to get to the outside, and he had nowhere to go. He gets brought down. Loss of 3 on the play. Brought down by DeJuan Lane. Tony Rojas laid the shoulder in at the end. And this crowd is feeling it, trying to get Penn State back into this one. Oregon has led throughout the game. Started it off with an opening drive touchdown. Their only touchdown of the game came on their very first drive. Moore on second and long underneath. Kenyon Sadiq takes it across the 50. And it's 3rd down and 6 on the way here for the Ducks. Empty backfield here for Moore on 3rd down and 6. Big play here in the 4th. Moore pressured. He's going to go down. Untouched to the quarterback. The cornerback, A.J. Harris. And Oregon will be forced to punt it away, and this crowd is shaking this building. The corner blitz gets home, and Moore never saw him coming. And now Penn State will get the ball back. Early stages of the 4th. Ross James punts it away to the sideline and out of bounds. Bad punt. The 35-yard line is where Penn State will begin. A chance to tie or take the lead on this drive. First down, Singleton. Good play. Kingston Lopa comes up to make the tackle and a loss of 1. And that quiets this crowd for a moment. Bootleg out to the right. Aller on the run. Completes to Clifford, who gets turned back. Big hit by Austin. Gain of 6 yards, 3rd down and 5 on the way. Now big 3rd down here for Penn State's offense. Empty backfield here for Aller on 3rd down and 5. Aller to the near side, caught but short. Singleton brought down short of the sticks, gain of just 3. Bryce Betcher was right there for the tackle. 4th down in their own territory, and Penn State looks to send the punt unit out. And they will punt it away. Riley Thompson on to punt, back deep Malik Benson here for Oregon. No rush to be spoken of. Benson from the 12-yard line. Trying to find some space, and he gets brought down just shy of the 20-yard line. And that's where Oregon will begin with a 3-point lead, 10:44 to go in the 4th. Underneath, Sadiq. He gets turned back after getting across the 25 and a gain of 7 on first down. So Oregon's job at this point, go down, maybe score some more points, but in doing so, take time off the clock. Third down and 3. 2nd and 3. He couldn't even get a handoff off before he's brought down in the backfield. Zariah Fisher came flying in untouched, and Moore couldn't even get the handoff away before he's down on the ground. Look at that. Lucky he didn't fumble it. And now 3rd down and 9. Moore on 3rd down, goes down again. Dennis Sutton brings up 4th down. 6th Penn State sack of the game. Just dominated his way through that line. 2nd sack of the game for Dennis Sutton. And this Penn State crowd backing up their defense. Their defense is playing well, giving their offense a chance to do something. See if their offense can finally cash in. The punt by James, fielded by Tracy, and he takes it up to the 45. Decent starting field position here for Penn State. Trailing by 3. 1st down with 8:45 to go. Started off with Singleton. To fight his way across the line, and he's brought down at the line of scrimmage by Uyunglele. Second and 10, empty backfield for Aller. Extra man on the blitz, and there's Mateo Uyunglele. It's a sack and a loss of 6. And both of these defenses playing lights out right now as Uyunglele goes in virtually untouched for his 2nd sack of the game. So now 3rd down and long for Penn State. From the 39, 3rd down and 16. Aller has time, taking a shot. Towards the end zone, knocked away at the last second, incomplete. Ife Obadegwu looked to get a hand on there as he was going downfield for Trevor Pena. It's 4th down, just over halfway through this 4th quarter now, and Penn State will have to punt it away again. Malik Benson from the 20. Takes it to the 25 before he gets shouldered down. So here comes Oregon back out onto the field. 3-point lead for him. Just over 7 to play. Hughes to start the drive, bursts through the middle and gets close to a 1st down. Gain of 9.5, let's call it. And a good run to start the drive for Benson. For Hughes. Second down in inches. They hand it off, and he gets brought down in the backfield. Dennis Sutton has been all over the place. And now 3rd down for the Ducks. And a huge 3rd down upcoming. Third down and 2. Hughes, he's got enough for a 1st down as he drives his way up across the 40. Big conversion for the Ducks, quiets this crowd here at Beaver Stadium. Under 6 to play now, and the clock continues to tick down. First down, under 5.5 to go. Swing it out to Benson, and Benson picks up a 1st down. Out across midfield before he's brought down. And Oregon looking to potentially put this game away if they can go all the way down. First down at the 45. Moore in motion, play clock winding down, and they can't get it off. The crowd disrupting the offense, perhaps. And back them up 5, back to midfield. So now 4:39, and it's 1st and 15 after the delay of game penalty. First down, it's Hughes. Nothing going. Maybe a yard before he's brought down. Tony Rojas makes the tackle, and it's 2nd and long. And this is the biggest set of downs in the game for the Penn State defense, who has played excellent here today. Both teams only with one touchdown in the game. The difference is Oregon has 2 field goals compared to Penn State's 1. Been a defensive clinic in this one. Designed rollout for Moore, brought down in the backfield. It's a sack for Zane Duran, and it's 3rd down and long. Exactly what you didn't need for Oregon's offense and exactly what you needed for Penn State's defense. 2nd sack of the game for Durant. 7 sacks now, I believe, for Penn State. And it's 3rd down and 19. They need to get to the 36-yard line. Play clock down to 1. Just to snap it. Moore on 3rd down and long, taking a shot. And it is knocked away and nearly picked off. Incomplete. And Penn State's going to get another crack at it with 3 minutes to play. It was going downfield for DeCorian Moore. Now Oregon on to punt it away. Ross James, his leg has been busy. To the far sideline and out of bounds inside the 15. 1st down at the 17-yard line, 3:06 to go for Penn State. They need to get at least in field goal range, it seems, on this drive. Aller, outside, pass caught, brought down immediately at the 21-yard line. It is Trevor Pena who has the only touchdown in the game for Penn State in this one. Two and a half to go now here in the 4th. It's Singleton trying to get to the outside, and he has nowhere to go. Brought down in the backfield by Tatum Tuioti. And it's 3rd down and 8 as we approach the 2-minute warning here at Beaver Stadium. And we hit the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes to play in a 3-point game. Huge 3rd down upcoming here for Penn State. Third down and 8, opposite side of the 2-minute warning, and an incompletion. Good coverage by Obadegwu, who's been all over the place in that Oregon secondary. It's 4th down, and Penn State has all 3 timeouts, so they don't necessarily have to go for it here. But down by 3 under 2 minutes to go, they are going to. 4th down and 8. Need to get to the 27-yard line to keep the drive alive. Extra man on the blitz. Aller, incomplete, broken up. Again, it's Ife Obadegwu. And Oregon setting up shop at the 18-yard line. Here's Hughes. He will drive his way to the line of scrimmage and turn back. Timeout, Penn State. Penn State's offense just hasn't been able to come through in this one for the most part. 2nd and 10. Hughes again. Stuffed again. 3rd down coming up. So now, because Penn State turned it over so deep in their own territory, even if Oregon doesn't get anything again here on 3rd down, they are set up for a makeable field goal to make it a 6-point game rather than 3. They're going to throw it on 3rd down, and he goes down again. Danny Dennis Sutton for the 3rd time. Timeout, Penn State. 1:44 to go. And now the field goal here from Sappington to put them up by 6. And Sappington connects. So it's a 6-point lead for Oregon, their 3rd field goal of the game compared to their 1 touchdown. And now Penn State will get the ball back, no timeouts, 1:40 to go, in need of a touchdown rather than a field goal. So a lot of heavy lifting to do here for this Penn State offense against this Oregon defense that has been outstanding today. And they're going to start shy of the 15. Minute 38 to go. No timeouts for Penn State, trailing by 6. Start the drive with a throw over the middle. Pena makes the catch, brought down after 5 yards. Chunk plays like that are not going to get it done as we're under 90 seconds and counting. Empty backfield here for Aller. 4 receivers on that right side. It's a screen. Pena brought down short. Another chunk of 4 yards, but the clock continuing to tick down on Penn State. They need to start throwing it down the field if they want to have any chance in getting into the end zone to win this game. Already under a minute to go. These underneath throws, Oregon will give them up all day long. Aller, another underneath throw, but it's a conversion to Clifford, who turns it upfield, and a big conversion to the 41. First down and out of bounds with 47 seconds to go in the fourth. .47 to work with. Aller over the middle, Reynolds. And now they're in striking distance out across the 40-yard line. And now the difference between giving up that field goal is huge. 6-point game rather than a 3, as we're under 40 seconds to go and counting, but now they are in striking distance at the 37. 30 seconds to go. Aller up to the ball. Aller over the middle again. Reynolds makes the catch. Another first down to the 26-yard line. 23 seconds to go. Clock stops briefly to set the chains. Penn State's got to get up. There goes the clock. Penn State still trying to get up here. Clock is winding to 15, 14 and counting. Empty backfield for Aller. 4 receivers to the left. 10 seconds to go. Aller, quick hitter. Reynolds makes the catch. Inside the 15 with 6 seconds to go. Do they have enough time to get up to the ball? Clock stops briefly to reset the chains. There goes. Penn State still not up on the ball, and that's going to do it. Oregon wins it in Beaver Stadium. 16-10 the final score. A defensive clinic in this game. Only 1 touchdown from either side. Oregon's came on their very first drive of the game. They scored 3 field goals combined, scoring 16 points. Penn State held to 10 points, including just 1 touchdown. And Oregon wins it 16-10, the final score at Beaver Stadium.